Hello everybody, my name is Robert Minto. I'm doing my 3-week post-surgery of my laminotomy discectomy L4, L5. If you're anything like I was, can't walk, can't function, um, absolute last resort looking at doing surgery, and I emphasize last resort doing surgery. Um, that's probably why you're watching this channel, this video right now. A lot of great videos out there. I encourage everybody to watch every single one of them, as much as possible before doing the surgery. The one thing I really want to emphasize is recovery time. And I was going to get straight to the point. If I can go back and change everything that I've done as far as my recovery, I would. From day one. My first night out, I went to Old Town with my wife down in Phoenix, or Scottsdale, I'm sorry. And we walked around, and I did a lot of walking. About half a mile. I thought was a lot, considering I just had surgery 4 or 5 hours, before that. And so, it was feeling really good. Pain, yes. That was to be expected. Some phantom pain still of going down my leg, was still hurting. But not as bad, not nearly as bad. In fact, not even remotely close. It was just a different type of pain. And then so we came back home and I started doing walking a lot more down to the Bosque, down at the river. And I think I overdid it. And the reason I say that is, I haven't walked like that in a long time. And I'm talking a mile at a time, almost 2 miles, 3 miles. It's been a slow progression, going more and more each day. I don't think it's so much the walking though that's been bad. It's the walking and then going home and still doing normal life stuff. I haven't been really good at playing the handicap card. When I drop something, I pick it up. My wife, she's been there as much as she can to, try to help me with all that stuff, and she's been really amazing with it. But when she's not, or even when she is there behind her back, I've, go to pick something up, or I bend down, or lifting too much. Or we have a water dispenser. Putting a 5-gallon water jug inside the dispenser after the first week or two, of the surgery, and those are big no-nos. They don't want you lifting more than 10 or 15 pounds, and here I did my best to be careful. It was not like I just picked it up and threw it in there. Just rolled it and navigated it and manipulated it, to get it in there. But I really, really, I regret doing too much household stuff. Popping out of bed, real quick. When I sit down on the couch, kind of just flopping down, Big no-nos. And I really wish to emphasize that to everybody. Right now, I think I'm paying for it. My muscles are definitely being worked. I'm sore, after, and I give you a little bit of history. I used to do 10-mile walks, no problem, and we used to love it, and we would just, go hiking or something, no problem. Be a little sore the next day, not bad. Going on 2-3 mile walks, my legs are sore, because they haven't worked like that in a while. But I'm also agitating the crap out of my nerve, too. I'm getting where I could go from the incision mark, follow it down to where the sciatic nerve goes, all the way down to the side of my butt, all the way down to the leg, to my feet. And by pressing all the way down, as if I were to follow that nerve all the way down, it creates a lot of pain. So I'm like pressing on the incision site, and I have bad pain right on the right butt cheek, like somebody's taking an ice pick and just jabbing me. And I'm hoping that's just agitation of the nerve, moving around too much, swelling, a little bit of bruising. I'm hoping that's just to be expected. I tried calling the spine line, and they were really good at calling me back. I missed the call though, so then I called back again. and then I haven't heard from them. So I'm hoping to maybe hear from them relatively soon. So emphasizing that, just stop. This is your time to shine for 6 weeks on the couch. Take 6 weeks. If you can financially afford it, I would really say stay out of work for 6 weeks if you can. Depending on what you do. If you're at a desk job, maybe 3 weeks. It's up to you. Listen to your body. Really listen to your body. I would listen to my body and be like, oh yeah, I overdid it today. I'll rest for 1 day. And then I go back and I do the same thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, I really overdid it. Maybe I should rest for 2 days. Now I'm like, should I rest for another week? So, I hope this video has really helped you out. Like I said, it's not a whole lot of information, but important information. Rest. That's as much as I can push that, is rest. Don't agitate your nerve. You're in recovery. Get up, do your walks, listen to your doctors. Don't push yourself. Just think of it as a small investment of living a bored life for 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more, and just rest the crap out of your nerve. Do not agitate it. If you must do something physical, grab a dumbbell, 5 pounds, just over the arm, your head, do some curls, straight out, whatever. I would say leave your core alone. Don't do your squats, don't do leg lifts, stuff like that. Don't go on 3-mile walks. I really emphasize that a lot. I went from 2,000 to 3,000 steps a day before my surgery, and yes, the day before we hit 17,000 steps in 1 day. That's a lot more than normal. So I would honestly say, try to do 2 miles, 3 miles for your entire day. Don't cover 2-3 miles on one walk. And that's walking throughout the house. 2-3 miles worth of walking for your whole day. If you have a Fitbit, I love these. Heart rate, distance, how many calories burned, floors, heart rate, steps. So I recommend it. It'll give you an idea how much you're doing, how much you're not doing. Because there's days where I'm like, oh, I didn't really do too much today. And I'm like at 9,000 steps, which was 3,000 more than yesterday type thing, So it's a good way to track how much you're moving. But yeah. For the most part, I'm off my pain meds to a degree. I'm off them as far as I don't need them. I'm still taking 1 or 2 a day, only because I still get the little withdrawals from them. So I'm kind of tapering off of that. But like right now, I haven't had any. I'm working, I'm driving. So when I get home, I'll probably pop, 1, maybe 2. I get home 11, take 1, and then maybe, so I get home about 11:30, 12. I'll take 1, and then maybe an hour later take another one. Because I notice if I just take 1, I wake up all feels like somebody's electrocuting me. That's the kind of the shittiness of the withdrawals. So, but with that said, I'm just gonna go ahead and end it there. If you're on pain meds, get off of them once you can. They're the devil. Watch a couple of shows of intervention. I had back aches. Doctors gave me, oxycodones. I got hooked on them, and heroin turned out to be cheaper. And yeah. So don't want to see anyone go down that route because they're in some pain and now they're hooked on oxys. They are addictive. Rest. Get rest. Go home. Play some Xbox. Rent some red boxes. Read, read some scriptures you've never read before, whatever the case might be, do it. So be safe out there. Hope I didn't ramble too much, and be safe. See you next time, probably next week.